This video is sponsored by VacLife. Links in the description. Well, hi and welcome once again, Vac fans. I have a new product sent to me from VacLife, and it's a new hand vacuum, but it's got a twist. So I reviewed several hand vacuums over the last number of months, but nothing quite like this. And when they contacted me, I said, yes, I'd like to look at this because it's got a party piece. It's got a gimmick that is different than anything else that I've recently seen. And can you tell what it is? So this is this is the German side. Let's see. Okay, here's the English side. All right. Cordless vacuum cleaner, ideal for homes with pets. And it's got a thing on the end. And we'll take a look at that. It's not just an unusual nozzle. It does something very special. 1-year warranty. Here's more outside of the box. There, you can take a closer look at that. It's a pet brush roll. And that, I think, is pretty cool. So let's see, what's the best way to open this without damaging the box? Oh, wait a minute, I just go right up that way. All right, so I don't pull it that way. And cleanable filters. You have other attachments as well. Let's see, here is the manual, and I'm sure you can go to VacLife.com down here and download that manual for whatever language, what you need. I'll just briefly show you what's here. But I cannot wait to try this out because we have a 7-year-old boxer dog, short hair, and she leaves her hair everywhere. But what's so interesting about it is you don't really know where it is until you use the actual vacuum because her hair is light brown colored. Okay, so let's see what we have here. This is the piece de resistance right here. It's one of these new fangled type of scraper types. It's not bristled, and these are soft rubber, and they're pretty flexible. They're not stiff. They're not a hard plastic. And this will plug into the end of the hand vacuum. Show you everything I can, but this is a piece that really makes this vacuum different. I can't emphasize that enough. See, here is one of the internal filters. All right, seen stuff like that before. And see, there's more pieces in here. You have your other two accessory tools. Here is a dusting brush, and this is stiff. I would say this is medium stiff. So that'll be a good scraper for the agitation that you may need. Okay. And here is a crevice tool. It's a few inches long, and we have the charging brick in here. Fairly typical. Backlight label, and I have to get my magnifying glass to see what the milliamp rating is. Very small print. Here is the main unit. Looks like it comes out in one piece. And there's one more item in the box. Let me get that out of the box. And it's just a brush, just a cleaning brush. So what we're looking at is a very handsome unit here. I like the red and black trim. That's wonderful. I think, what do you got here? Piece of tape? That looks like a piece of tape. Needs to be removed. You've got a couple buttons on the top. There we go. Move that off to the side. And let's see. It's got a little bit of a charge in it. All right, so that's what it sounds like. Let's see. This right here is the light. So that's nice to have a light. And then this is going to be the dust cup release. And inside the dust cup, you have yet another filter. So they give you 2 of them, and these are washable. Also in here, I see, let's see, does this come out? This has some type of fine, mesh covering. You twist it? Oh, okay. You twist it. There. You can remove the fine mesh covering. Wonderful. I was wondering if these two actually separated, and I don't think you should. So you've got your 2 filters, and then you have your mesh covering that goes on top, and it will slot in. There you go. And then you'll turn. It doesn't click one way or another. It's a solid turn. So release it to the left, and then to lock it in to the right. All right, looks pretty good. Let's take a look at the dust bin. Looks like a pretty typical dust bin. You do have some electrical contacts there. You have a little flap. There's a flap down in here. There we go. Keep debris from coming back out. It has a guide here for, it says warm tips. Okay, maybe they meant to say hot tips, something like that, but you get the idea. So let's go and put, let's see, filter back in. And it looks like it's going to go that way. There you go. Make sure that goes in there. And then you have something that'll slot here on the bottom 2 little tabs. And that should click. There it does, and it's together. Okay, great. And you've got a charging port right here. That's how you're going to charge the battery. And I think that's it. I don't see anything else at the moment that actually comes apart. So no other external filters or anything like that. Now we do have 3 out of 4 lights, but what I'm going to do right now is put this on the charger and let this charge fully up, and then we'll do some dirt pickup tests. Let's get this hand vac charging. Let's see, nice long cord. There you go, longer than fits in the frame. There, it's about yay long. So looks like it's probably at least 4 feet. Most likely plenty of cord for what you need. And I want to show you this here before I complete the unboxing part. All right, here we go. Yep, I can definitely verify that there's some appreciable suction, and that spins, and it's very soft. It's not harsh. These fins, because they are, well, so soft and pliable, they're not like you've seen in my channel, the hard plastic ones that really can, well, hurt your hand and hurt the carpet and damage your cushions and whatnot. These I don't think are going to be nearly as destructive, and that is kind of a good idea. Very, very flexible. Very nice. right, let's get this charging. Plug it in right here, and you can see the charging lights. Now for a suction test. I just put a piece of reflective tape on this brush roll. So let's get it into the housing itself. And there you can see how this fits in. Let's see how fast this spins. It's the next day, and the VacLife now has a full charge. So one thing that I kind of want to show you a little bit, even though this room isn't appreciably dark, is that it does have a light. And if you were in a dark area, it definitely would light everything up. Now, you certainly can clean the couch, and a lot of people choose to do this with this crevice tool and or this other fairly stiff dusting brush. But using this dusting brush requires, certainly a bunch of effort, and you might not necessarily want this level of agitation. So, get a chance to try out the nice little flappy paddle scraper. Now, here we go. Now, it doesn't look like this couch has anything on it. It looks like it's pretty clean. But, as I mentioned earlier, our dog Rosie has a little half-inch light brown hair, and let's see how much this VacLife can actually pick up. The bin and everything is totally clean. I haven't used it to pick up anything whatsoever. We just charged it. So, let's give it a try. We're going to do all the cushions. Well, I can say it's very easy to push. Very lightweight. Some people are going to prefer this to breaking out an entire machine. Whether they convert an upright or use a canister. This is really easy to use. I guess it's well balanced enough. It's got somewhat of an angle here. You can kind of let it hang. You can hear the agitation. I can see a little bit of it. Now, let's see what it managed to pick up. But that was very pleasant. And to be honest with you, for most of this, you could use it with just one hand. So very easy to manipulate. Great driving experience. I know there's a bunch of people that love to do huge, big mess tests. Don't really see anything tangled in here. And they're always amazed when their vacuum cleaner picks up giant globs of things. Well, I'm always amazed when a vacuum in a seemingly clean environment manages to still pick something up. That, to me, is more of a true measure of a vacuum's worth. Okay. Let's take this out. Yep. Look at all that hair. Let's see if I can manipulate this so you can see a little bit better. There is a bunch of hair. Look at all that. Now this can untwist rather conveniently. And now you can blow and or vacuum that off or rinse it out, however you want to do it. But that is all the small, well, geez, you've got dog hair, obviously. You've got some other various fibrous material, and I think you also have some skin cells in there. That's pretty good. And I'm going to attribute that, probably a little bit in here too. You can see a little bit. There you go. The inside's still clean, obviously. Outside's going to have some stuff in it. I'm going to attribute that wonderful pickup to this. And like I mentioned earlier, this was very easy to use. It's very lightweight. For the most part, you can use it one-handed. So you can see there's a little flap in here, and that's going to limit the size of the particles that we can actually put in here. So how about we do some larger debris topical tests now? I think that's a pretty good result. So hopefully you can see that pretty well as I start to pull that dirt off of there. Look at that. That's very nice. Yeah, dog food, rice, sand, and baking soda. Have a couple of different tools, and also the power nozzle, so to speak, the power scraper. So let's see how this works in a typical way that most people will probably at least initially start out using it. So just the front nozzle naked, as it were. Let's see if we can get to dog food. Well, that was easy. How about the rice? A little bit left here. Okay, that was pretty easy too. Well, let's keep going with the sand. The sand could use a little bit of extra agitation. Well, gee, that's... Okay, so without using or resorting to any of the tools, this VacLife hand vacuum is powerful enough to almost get everything. You see a little bit of red still left in here, and you see just a little bit of baking soda. So let's see. Let me try this tool because we haven't tried it yet. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that's gone. And that's gone. Okay, there's essentially nothing left at all. This is completely a clean sweep. That's just amazing. How about some carpet pickup tests? That's going to be a good indicator of just how strong this machine really is. Okay, for this next test, which is probably going to be very unfair because I've never done a test like this with a hand vacuum, I'm going to take some sand. I'll put some on top of the pile. This is medium pile carpet. Then I'm also going to rub a little bit down into the carpet, and I want to see if it can pull anything out whatsoever. It might not be a whole lot, but this is probably the first hand vacuum that I've had that has the capability with a motorized brush roll to even begin to think about getting sand out of medium pile carpet. So let's give it a whirl here. Okay, that ought to be enough. And what we're going to do is I'm going to rub it into the carpet. Okay, and hook up the nifty motorized brush. This has been completely emptied out. There's no sand in it whatsoever. Well, I can hear the paddle slowing down a little bit. Let's see if it picked anything up. So I just went over it a few times. Do we have any sand in here at all? Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. There is sand. I don't know if I'm going to be able to recover it a whole lot, but this is kind of amazing for a handheld vacuum. Okay, that's probably everything that's in the filter, I guess. Oh, no, wait a minute. There's a whole bunch that's actually in the pleats. There it is. It's coming out. Yep. And I can see some red staining there in the pleats. All right, let's dump this out. There it is. Look at that. Obviously, it's not going to be, top of the line pickup, but the thing is it'll do it. And it's because, I know I've mentioned this a lot, it's because of this particular motorized head. So let me come around here and I will show you what's still stuck in there with, a little bit of static electricity. You can see the sand that's still in there. But guess what? With just a couple of passes, a couple of cycles, this particular machine, a handheld, battery-operated machine, it's very easy to use, managed to get some sand buried into a pile carpet. So I give it definitely 2 thumbs up. To sum up, VacLife has a real winner here in their VL726 cordless hand vacuum. So it's got enough attachments, it's plenty flexible, and that motorized brush roll really makes the difference. So this is absolutely a best buy. Links in the description, and if you purchase one of these, please go and at some point in time after you've used it for a little bit, go ahead and post a comment, tell me what you think of it. Also, stay tuned for an entire vehicle cleaning. So I've got a couple of SUVs, and I can use this, and some of the dog hairs that get in there, and some of the embedded dirt is very difficult to pick up, and I can't wait to try this out. So until next time, happy vacuuming.